Hey Lakers, coming up today on our show, do you think violent movies and video games desensitize us about real-world violence? We'll explore that on Focal Point. Plus, we'll tell you about a new addition coming to our school, and it may surprise you. Get ready, Laker TV is coming at you.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hey there, Lakers, and welcome to another edition of Laker TV. But this time, it's the April Fool's edition.
That's right, Josh. So let's get started, and that's great.
I just hate it when anchors are like robots, like how we're acting right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're robots, apparently.
Speaking of robots, Mr. Slayton and his award-winning robotics team are going to first robotics competition this weekend in Knoxville, and they are sure to do golden. If you don't know how much about the robotics team, then you are in luck. We've got a video of the National First Robotics. Take a look.
This is the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl of smarts, that is. It's a life-changing competition. It's kids having fun, competing, working together to dream up, design, and build robots.
It's just an exhilarating feeling. It's like I'm using power tools.
They're having the hardest fun they'll ever have. And they're becoming our next generation of engineers and innovators. First mentors are changing kids' lives every day. Professional engineers, teachers, parents, teaming up with young people not just to build robots, but to build confidence and self-respect.
I'm around people that I can get along with, that we can talk computer lingo with.
FIRST was founded by one of our greatest inventors, Dean Kamen. Dean saw that kids mostly look up to sports heroes and movie stars.
So we said, if we've got a culture now that's obsessed with sports and entertainment, let's inspire these kids to be big thinkers the same way Shaquille O'Neal can inspire them to spend dozens of hours a week bouncing a ball. The only difference between this sport and all the others is every kid on our teams can turn pro. There's a job out there for every one of these kids.
Students who take part in FIRST are 50% more likely to go to college and twice as likely to major in science or engineering.
10 or 15 or 20 years from today, some kid in those stands will have cured Alzheimer's or AIDS or cancer or built an engine that doesn't pollute. Look at these kids. They're the future.
I feel like I can go and do anything I want to do because of this program.
Someone took the time to guide and inspire me. It changed my life. Take some time. Go to usfirst.org.
I gotta admit, I was a little disappointed because I thought that video was going to be like a robot gladiator deathmatch or something awesome. But then I heard that soothing voice of Morgan Freeman and I was extremely interested.
Oh, I know, that video was like being narrated by an angel or something.
Yeah, it was.
If they got him to do the voice for the competition, his speech is absolutely amazing. And so is our CCHS speech team.
You are absolutely right, Kaylee. 2 students from Calloway County have placed high in the state competition and are being called the Speech Duo. Reporter Ashley Jones and Tyler Woods have the story.
The Calloway County speech team has been very active in their competitions this year. Many of these students rised above the challenge at the state level. 2 of these members, Madison Evans and Chloe Jones, received a placement of 6th in the state in duo improv.
Well, I started speech in 7th grade in middle school, so that's 4 years.
I started in 6th grade, so I've been doing it for 5 years.
And we've been partners for 2 years.
Yeah. Recently, Madison and I went to UK campus for the state competition to perform in duo interpretation and duo improvisation.
It was a pretty tough tournament, and we had to walk like 3 miles every day, and that was terrible. But I mean, it was really fun. We got to hang out with our friends from other speech teams, and it was a good tournament.
Good learning experience.
We placed 6th in the state in duo improv, which is one of the hardest categories because they give you a prompt, and you have 3 minutes to prep, and then you have to perform for 6 minutes. And
when you walk in the room, you don't know what your prompt's going to be, whether it's serious or funny, so it's difficult to perform.
She's been late for 15 minutes now. Come in! Hi! Close that door! Okay! What's your name? Becca. For LakerTV, I'm Ashley Jones.
Talking in front of an audience really scares some people, but what really scares me is donating blood. Yeah, no, the one time I gave blood, I passed out in chemistry class. But however, students who are stronger than me and have donated at least 3 pints of blood during their high school career can receive special recognition at graduation by wearing a red cord from the local blood bank. So here's a quick message to seniors. If you've been donating blood during the past couple of years and you're just short of that 3-pint goal, Ms. Stonecipher is encouraging you to call the blood bank at Calloway County Hospital and schedule one more donation. That way you'll receive one of those red cords to wear on your graduation robe.
I don't know about any graduation robe, but I do know about togas. Toga, toga, come on, Kaylee, toga, toga. And the theme for Project Graduation is all about grease. No, not the kind you put in a skillet. The country next to Turkey. Wait a minute, that didn't help.
Not that Grease. The theme is Grease, like with John Travolta and the Pink Ladies.
The 50s?
Yes. The guidance office is taking the t-shirt design until 3 o'clock today. Rushing your design, seniors, before it is too late. Coming up after the break, a story about on-screen violence and the new playground our school will be adding by the end of the year.
And breaking news, before I forget. Be on the lookout for this wanted criminal. He is said to be very dangerous and, hey, wait a minute. What?
Wait, no. It says here the reward is $63.95 and a baked potato. Hate to break it to you, Josh, but you got 12 people in this room. I'm about to turn you in for $63.95.
Well,
I would do it for $20, but hey.
If I turn myself in, can I get the reward money?
No, not the same thing.
All right. Well, let's go to break.
We disable the label.
Do you?
This is my friend David.
I enjoy making well-hope gloves.
And I enjoy watching movies. This is my friend Andy.
And I like to do Special Olympics. My favorite sport is basketball.
And I love watching basketball and playing basketball.
This is my friend Haley.
I like running track and field.
And I like running too.
And read about the happy.
Yes. This is my friend Eric.
I like being in this video.
And I like making videos to spread the word to end the word.
Hi, this is my friend Jacob.
I like to play my video games.
I like to play video games too.
I play King Kong.
I'm Colby. This is my friend Trey.
I play football.
I play football too. Yeah!
On-screen video game violence is a very controversial topic in today's society. Does playing video games desensitize the player and make them less responsive to real-world death? Reporter Claire Dixon tells us more on this week's LakerTV Focal Point.
A recent study conducted by the American Psychological Association shows that violent video games causes people to be less empathetic, not caring as much when they see violence in real life. The study also suggested the video games cause an increase in aggressive behavior among children. This may not seem like a big deal, but with 90% of teens playing video games and 87% of those games being violent, this could become a problem. Video games such as Fallout 4, Gears of War, and Assassin's Creed are played every day, with not much thought about them, but the violence in them may cause a problem. We spoke with students and teachers here at Callaway to get their perspective on this issue.
Violent video games probably affect teens, but I'm not exactly sure to what extent they affect teens and if it's significant or not.
I don't know if video games have much of an effect on teenagers today compared to what they have in the past, because in the past, I think video games were really the one outlet that teenagers had. It is a factor. I don't think it's the biggest factor at this point anymore. But
kids in general know the difference between video games and real life. I think that they realize that the video games are not real and that if something like that were to happen in real life, they would react much differently.
Most everyone plays video games now, and most everybody plays the same games that I know of. All my friends play the same games, and it's violent, but none of us are affected by it.
For a person to actually do something according to like a video game, I would think that like that's their way of thinking originally, and it just kind of pushed it a little bit further. But for a normal person, I don't think it would really do very much.
Violence is all around us. I think kids are going to be exposed to it. I think the question would be more of how are the kids using their spare time?
You know, I would say that you really need to be careful because they say, you know, your thoughts become your actions. And to be careful about what you're watching and what you're thinking about, you know, because they could potentially, hopefully not, but could potentially become your actions.
While researchers confirm there is a link between on-screen violence and teens being less empathetic, the overall effect and whether or not it is cause of violent crimes is still not clear. Even still, there are negative outcomes from taking in too much violence. Professionals recommend limiting the amount of on-screen violence you take in so that it doesn't affect you in the real world.
Children need to stay off the games every free second they have and find other means of entertainment.
Ah, the joys of the playground. Your hair flapping in the wind as you swing, and the rush you get going down that big yellow slide, and the absolute struggle of making it to the other side of the monkey bars. And according to recent studies at Stanford University, a high-quality recess program can help students feel more engaged, safer, and positive about the school day. In fact, there have been many other studies that show giving students playtime for physical activity actually improves academic performance and even test scores. That's why the Calloway County School Board has just approved the installation of playground equipment here at the high school. That's right, coming after spring break, we're going to have a playground on the CCHS campus.
Honestly, when's the last time you've been on a playground? Where if you're a little rusty on your playground skills, luckily for you, the Calloway County School District has decided to install a playground in the courtyard outside of the cafeteria.
The ongoing talks at the state level about students not being able to get enough exercise during the school day, one of the things that we thought on the site-based council was that if we put the playground out here, kids will be able to access it during the day. They can use it in the morning, afternoon, during lunch. Teachers can take their students down here during class time, maybe have some competitions, get them out and just get them playing. You know, that's part of what being a kid is all about.
Research shows kids are less fidgety and more on task when they have recess.
I'm so pumped up about this playground that the football players are going to be putting together and like packing all this stuff in from California. I mean, it's based on the most incredible parks in the world. It's going to be right outside the cafeteria, and we've looked at the design, and there's not a school on the planet that has anything like this. And so high school kids can play like kids again. We're bringing back recess.
It's going to be a lot of hard work, first of all. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. We're going to need the whole team to move the whole playground out to the parking
big.
lot.
Very big.
Not only does a playground help students physically, but it also teaches students important conflict resolution skills.
Well, I just think it's a great idea that Michelle Obama came up with that got passed through Congress recently and is signed into law that allows high school seniors this opportunity for more physical activity. And so we're going to combine it with the oral comm classes so that if you have oral comm 1 9 weeks, you'll have this playground class, and it's just a chance to be a kid one last time before you graduate. And I think it's a great idea because who doesn't want to play on the playground one more time? So I'm going to try to get in a little better shape so that I can go out there with them and not hurt myself.
How will it help athletes? Well, anything that we can do to keep our athletes more involved, more active, more motivated, you know, just working on the basic skills. There again, going up and down the slides. That's good stair work.
I heard from a couple of students that we were going to have a playground. There might be a roller coaster in it after spring break, and that you can eat your lunch really quick and then go out there and play on it.
Rule number 1, there are no rules on the playground. Okay. We have fun.
The new playground, it's probably gonna go right here, and we're gonna take these beams all down and make a little space for everybody to really enjoy themselves out here. I'm going to move all this stuff into my new office where it's probably going to be held in the back of Mr. McCallan's office where I will be rejoining him.
I'm super excited to get back to playing on those monkey bars just like the monkey I am. I just hope they get it done after spring break, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So remember during the break when you pranked me with that fake wanted picture?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Wait, look over there, a monster.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah! So Kaylee, what are you going to do over spring break, huh?
Going to Florida. What about you, Josh?
I'm going to get in my truck and I want to be driving around playing Marvin Gaye.
Okay, well, if anyone else sees Josh driving around this over spring break, I can't even know.
I tell you what, let's just cut it short. We'll see y'all next time, Lakers.